This episode is brought to you by Nordstrom. Summer's almost out and fall's calling. Luckily, Nordstrom has everything you need for the season ahead, all under $100. Discover new arrivals from your favorite brands like Mango, Princess Polly, Wave, Free People, BDG, and more. Whether you're planning a last-minute getaway, heading back to class, or refreshing your office looks, you'll find the latest trends and beauty must-haves without breaking your budget. It's easy, too, with free shipping, free returns, and in-store order pickup. Shop today, in stores, and at Nordstrom.com.
This episode is brought to you by Espolón Tequila. Slow, sticky, snoozy. They call these the dog days of summer. But Espolón? They don't do boring. Welcome to the Marg Days. Espolón Tequila. 100% blue Weber agave, born to shake up your summer. Just add lime, agave, and a little attitude. Visit espolontequila.com. Espolón Tequila, 40% alcohol, volume 80 proof. Copyright 2025 Campari America, New York, New York. Drink responsibly.
This episode is brought to you by Wayfair. Podcasts follow us everywhere. Whether you're cooking in the kitchen, chilling in the living room, or pretending to fold laundry in the bedroom. And with Wayfair, every one of those rooms can tell a story of its own. Their curated collections of furniture styles and prices make Wayfair the trusted destination to turn your home into your happy place. Shop everything home at wayfair.com with free and easy delivery straight to your door.
Wayfair, every style, every home.
Achtung Millwall is the #1 Millwall podcast, and we're proud to support the wonderful Lions Food Hub. In fact, all of our advertising profits are donated to them. Why not visit the link in our X account if you're able to make a donation? Or, if you prefer, why not pick up an Achtung Millwall t-shirt from the excellent No One Likes Us clothing site, noonelikesus.co.uk. At least £8 from every sale is donated to the Food Hub. Achtung Millwall, No One Likes Us clothing, and the Lions Food Hub, supporting families in the SE16 area.
You're listening to Achtung Millwall, broadcasting from the beautiful South Birmingham. Accept no substitute.
That's the drinks area, dear listeners, of Carrow Road, Norwich. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Achtung Millwall. My name is Nick Hart. I've just entered the stadium, as you can tell. It's a bit quieter in here, listeners. I've just sat down in my seat. That was quite an entrance, wasn't it? Welcome to Norwich. Just come up on the train. Big shout out to TT for his time and company and the chaps with him. My name is Nick Hart, as I've said already, and I've lost track of what I'm on about, dear listeners. I'm sitting with show stalwart Ben Anthony. Ben, I haven't seen the team yet, mate. I've got no reception. You seen it?
I have, yeah. It's 4-4-2.
Yep.
Bender in goal.
Yep.
And then you got Kramer, Cooper, Tanganga, and Doughty at left back.
Yep.
You got Mitchell, Denor in the middle.
Yeah.
With Aziz, and you've got Negley, and then the big two up front, Coburn and the BFS.
Nice one. Pretty much as expected, but it's going to be really interesting to see how we play today. I mean, a huge amount of optimism knocking around the den at the moment. You must feel a bit like it's a South Sea bubble that might burst at the first goal.
Yeah, well, I think the last time we won here, didn't King Henry VIII only have 3 wives at that point, didn't he?
Well, I was 7 years old. That's how far back we're going. Beautiful day, listeners. It's beautiful city, actually. Norwich, nice place. Lots of yellow and green knocking around. They do love a replica shirt here, Ben, don't they?
I don't know how many they buy, Nick, because I've been here a few days and everyone's just wearing them all week. So either they all stink or they bought several.
Could be both, mate. Could be both. We'll be back at kick-off, listeners. Stay tuned. Old classic numbers, dear listeners, before the start of the game. Welcome to the start of the 25-26 season, one that, by common consent, is full of optimism as Millwall fans. Some huge summer signings. We're talking about Josh Coburn, Massimo Luongo, Zach Sturge, Alfie Doughty. Departure of some old faces, of course, but it's all about optimism and an emphasis on youth. I went to the media day on Monday. Really good vibe amongst the squad there, listeners. A lot of praise for the manager, Alex Neil, from everyone that I managed to get a word with. Can we do it? say it's now or never. It's probably going to be one of our better chances in a division that is always strong and is arguably the strongest it has been for some time. Here come the two teams. Norwich in their familiar yellow and green, the lines of course in dark blue and white. I quite like the new kit, dear listeners. I saw one guy online who's threatening to drive over the side of Beachy Head on the strength of the new kit. I thought it was a slight overreaction. But I really like it. Quite a medical feat if you could do that, listeners. Change of ends. We're actually located on the right-hand side of the centre circle, along the side. There we go. Norwich to kick us off. Playing towards the Anglian home improvements end. The Mill will be attacking the Regency security stand in the first half. We're located to the right of the way we're attacking the first half, along the side stand. Away we go. Really confident interview with Alex Neil on the BBC. Listen, I don't know if you saw that in the week. A little clip doing the rounds on social media, describing how he's taken a number of teams up. He's given them the right kind of players. He'll do the business, basically. Ball forwards from to Territory from the Norwich right. That's taken nicely by Stephen Bender. Yeah, I was reminded of the old Muhammad Ali quote. I believe it was Ali. If you can do it, it's not bragging. Certainly the feeling amongst the players on the media day that I've had the privilege to attend. This is Alfie Doughty. He's scoring the ball out, having the shirt pulled by the three. The feeling around the squad. Very, very respectful towards the manager, as you would expect, but also a lot of praise for his tactical ability. Millwall chaos all around us, listeners. People standing in the aisles. I was having a very Millwall conversation. The train come, big shout out to TT and his mates on the train coming up from Stratford up to Norwich, about whether Millwall want to get promoted. Do we, the collective we, want to get promoted to the Premier League? Obviously it's the only game in town, so you've got to aim for it. But the price that gets paid for it is a high one, listeners, in terms of who you are and the way that football is conducted. Coming through Stratford, there was a game on at West Ham. I think they were playing a friendly against Lille. I think somebody said it was a French team. Lille. This is Norwich coming down the left side, ball into the middle. Think clear, kind of, by Kramer there. A little bit of panic stations. Shot blocked, shot now. As the penalty area, stretched it away by Jeff Achtungmillwall. Put your body on the line there, listeners. Gone for a right-sided corner. Norwich threatening, dear listeners. 10 minutes. Yeah, but a big debate about whether you want to pay the identity price, shall we call it, of being in the Premier League. West Ham friendly. Some of the blokes are talking about them paying silly money for friendly prices. Arsenal fans there as well. I don't know who they were playing, but probably they're going to be charged similar kinds of prices. We all know what we mean by the cost of being in the Premier League, but what else are we going to do but aim for it? Anyway, right-sided corner. 10.5 minutes. Deep one. Not cleared entirely. That's hoisted over the bar. 10 minutes in. No real threat from Millwall yet, Ben, but Norwich coming down to the flanks a little bit.
Not quite got into our rhythm yet. Not yet into the game, but it's early days.
Long way to go.
Yeah.
Coburn being manhandled out there, listeners, with no sanction by the referee. Norwich coming down our left side now. The proverbial two banks of four in front of them. Billy Mitch doing a lot of work out there, listeners, already. That's a poor ball through. Kramer with the ball, launch forwards. Coburn bars there, referee gives nothing. How does that work? Looking for the outlet down the right side, gets barsed over, the referee gives nothing. To the disagreement of the Millwall support. 19 minutes in. Norwich coming down the left. This is Sargent in the middle. Great tackle, Billy Mitch. Left his man sprawling afterwards. Referee can't wait to give a free kick. Dangerous position free kick as well. Billy caught the man, I think. Was saying on the train how we need a player with a bit of edge about him. I wonder if Arrivederci might be that player, but I think Billy Mitchell could be. He's a very nice boy, and I don't mean that as an insult, but he does need a bit of an edge. He certainly showed his edge there, but he does concede a free kick. Ticking towards 20 minutes in. Central, maybe about 2 yards short of the curve of the D's. There we go. Big chance for Norwich, they'll see it as. Central plays free kick, in it comes. It's straight into the arms of number 13, Stephen Bender.
Easy catch in the end.
Big chance from there. It's about the first time for a direct shot by anyone in the game.
Yeah. We need to have a bit of a go now. Push forward a bit. That's another FA charge on its way.
Oh dear. Apparently a 3.4 million bid from Sassuolo of Serie A. They've been battered away by Millwall for Drafat listeners. We are still in the transfer window, so let's not count our chickens too soon. But if that's so, it's reported on Sky Sports, so we can't doubt it, then that's ambition. Beautiful take and turn by Billy Mitchell, but a lucky break from the tackle for Norwich clears the danger. Punt is straight down the middle, old school by Stephen Bender. There's Josh Coburn. Mill picking the second ball up. Casper Denor in midfield now. He's got Tristan overlapping him. Let's go back to the halfway line now. We're on 25 minutes. Billy Mitchell's been instrumental every time Mill's gone forwards, listeners, and in defence. He's really so far impressing. 26 minutes in. We are pressing on the right side now. Norwich throw. 28 minutes, just in line with our penalty area. Down below us. In this side stand where we are. Good tackle as a handball, surely. Certainly rebounded to his favour off his arm there. Right in front of the lines, but he don't get nothing. Going for a throw-in on the left side, and Ryan is getting absolute pelters. If he was in any doubt as to his status, he's not now, listeners. All the windows for the Holiday Inn to our side are like a silver finish. I'd be looking out the window, Ben, if I had a room there, wouldn't you?
If I remember rightly, in the lockdown year, when there were no fans, I think a load of Millwall fans bought rooms and were chanting out the window.
You'd have to look out the window, wouldn't you? I can't see anyone doing so. But they've got like the darkened, you know, like your local gangster has his windscreens silvered up. Do you know what I mean, listeners? Yeah. That's what they've done with the Holiday Inn at the side of the away end. Coburn, who's being manhandled every time he's got the ball, it almost falls into the path of Femi Aziz there, listeners. Ball breaks. This is Norwich coming forwards, bit of space on their right, our left. The three. Great work by Arrivederci there, listeners. Back to a yellow shirt, unfortunately, but that was good work. The 5 now, 32 minutes nearly. Well, the Bender report so far, he's made one save and came out well there. And apart from that, no danger for him, Ben.
No, yeah, decent distribution, looking solid so far.
Looks good. Another danger central free kick, probably slightly further out than the previous one. 35 minutes. Bit of a silly free kick, in truth. Another chance for a shot on goal from distance for Norwich. Norwich are formed up with a second wall of their own inside the penalty area. Casper's in there. There's Tanganga doing a bit of pushing and shoving. Doughty's in there now. Finally ready to go. The 18 will take. He strikes it. It's over the bar. After all of that. 37 minutes, dear listeners. We're on 38 minutes. This is Millwall on the right-hand side. Ball into the box. Here's Ivanovic. Oh! Near post shot. I think that was put behind by the near post defender there. Huge chance there, Ben.
Yeah. We're getting there.
Right-sided corner.
Bit of a decent cross from this corner.
So it was cleared by a defender on the line there. I didn't really get a great sight of it, dear listeners. We're on 38 minutes. Going to be a right-sided corner now.
This is it.
Omer says this is it.
This is it, Nick.
Psychic Omer.
Penalty cross is Cooper scores.
Here we go. Right-sided corner then. We're on 38 minutes, going towards 39, dear listeners. Omer behind me says it's going to be a Doughty cross onto the head of Jake Cooper. Millwall players encamped in that 6-yard box inside the Norwich penalty area there. Here it comes. It's a near post ball. It's headed clear. Back into the mix, into the arms of the goalkeeper. Almost drops it. Ivanovic involved in a little bit of pushing, shoving now. Everyone's going down. 10-pin bowling out there, Omer. Trying to outdive each other there, Ben.
That was a beautiful effort. I'll give that a 9.3.
It was the Olympics. We've really seen a huge amount of Camille Negley in this half, Ben, have we, so far? Not really seen much of Negley.
No, he seems sort of a little bit behind on the others in terms of fitness for me, and just needs to get stuck in a little bit.
Off the pace there, 41 minutes, listeners. All breaks almost. This is Mill pressing inside the Norwich penalty area. They do play their way out of the problem. It was almost an Ian Holloway style, play your way out from the back. But only done Holloway style, not done, Guardiola style. This is Doughty on the left side, ball into the middle. Finds Aziz. Takes it nicely, balls into the danger area, it falls to... Oh! Shot from Denor, batted away by the goalkeeper, I think on the line. Moved very fast there, listeners. Lovely cross in from Aziz on the left side, fell to Casper Denor. Whilst at the goal, I think the goalkeeper got to it, I believe. 44 minutes, best Millwall chance for the half there. There is the half-time whistle. Some good moments for the Lions as it were along there, Ben.
Yeah, I think we started a little bit nervy, but grown into the half, and we've probably had the better chance.
Yeah, absolutely. So at the half-time break, dear listeners, it's Norwich City 0, Millwall 0. We're back after these messages.
Hellmann's believes they can turn any mayo hater into a lover. So, if you know someone who thinks mayo equals bland, show their taste buds the truth and challenge them to try Hellmann's flavored mayo. With irresistible flavors like Hellmann's spicy mayo, garlic aioli, chipotle, and Italian herb, they'll be eating their words. Challenge haters to try Hellmann's flavored mayo and get them to eat their words. Learn more at hellmanns.com/eatyourwords.
Tires matter. They're the only part of your vehicle that touches the road. Tread confidently with new tires from Tire Rack. Whether you're looking for expert recommendations or know exactly what you want, Tire Rack makes it easy. Fast, free shipping, free road hazard protection, convenient installation options, and the best selection of Goodyear tires. Go to TireRack.com to see their Goodyear test results, tire ratings, and reviews, and be sure to check out all the special offers. TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be.
Achtung, Millwall.
Welcome back, dear listeners. Players are coming out for the second half. Millwall out. We're waiting the entrance of Norwich City. That was various reviews I've seen online. Some describe it as disappointing. I suppose it's not the one that we would have come here arriving for. But then Norwich are a decent side. Spent a lot of money. Blah blah blah. We improved, I thought. Probably that's the way I would sum up the first half. An improvement as we've gone along, but we can do a lot better than that, that's for sure. 2 yellow cards, I think, are the concerns around me on Tanganga and Cooper, so both going to have to be very careful. It'll be Millwall to kick us off second half. They will be attacking the end where we're located, on the side of it anyway. Quite inventive, isn't it, really? I like that. Away we go. standout player so far for me, been Billy Mitchell, involved in everything, defensively and coming forwards. Ball down the channel, that's going to be too long for Femi Aziz as we go to his 46 minutes. So yeah, Billy for me so far, if I'm picking out a Millwall man of the half. Well, Billy falls to Femi Aziz on the left side now. Ball into the box off the head of Josh Coburn now. As it came in from the left, it goes to Tristan Crum on the right now. This is Camille Negley. Casper Denoir finds Kramer, who makes a right hash of it. Nice play, Millwall, keeping possession under a bit of pressure there. On the right side now with Tristan Kramer. 1-2 with Negley. His cross is overcooked, listeners. 1-2 from Norwich there. It's right down the middle. That should be through to Bender. What a name. High humour every time you're going to say the goalkeeper's name, listeners. Knocked down from Coburn, finds Ivanovic. Ball out wide. Can Kramer get it? He can get it on the right side. Ball into the middle. Goes to Negley. 1-0, blast it to the left side. The away end explodes, dear listeners. Beautiful cross by Tristan Kramer, finds Camille Negley on the left side. He blasts it home. 1-0 Millwall. What you make of that, Omer? Unbelievable strike there. Go you liar! 51 minutes on the clock, listeners. Major breakthrough for the Lions. Beautiful cross in from Tristan Kramer. Beautifully put away, incidentally, by Camille Negley, a player who I've been criticising for not having much to do with the game. But there you go. It only takes one moment, doesn't it? Put away with clinical precision. Here's what she said to me. I never had that conversation with my mother, but what a great song.
My mum supports Charlton, so
that's not the answer you want, mate.
This sort of second shot of any real quality in the game.
Yeah.
Both come from Negley.
Yeah.
Really good finish.
We've been having a little criticism of not being involved, but there it is.
And it's marginal because the effort's there, and he's undoubtedly got quality, and that finish was great. So, oh shit.
Oh, fucking hell, what's happened now? Bender tries to clear the ball, it rebounds off of the Norwich player into the net. Oh my giddy arm. Fucking hell. Oh. As he's clearing the ball, he's hit the sergeant on the arrest and got into his net. One each. 54 minutes. Well, Lady Luck didn't smile on us there, dear listeners. I've always found Lady Luck a cruel mistress, personally. Anyway, 55 minutes, Millwall throwing on the left side. Let's get back into this game. Opened up the second half quite well, but that was very poor, as Ben just said there. Schoolboy stuff. Helter-skelter football, listeners. 56 minutes, balls into the feet this time. It's going to go for a Millwall corner. No. Lovely cross into the far post. It's gone for a corner. Millwall pressure, listeners. Alfie Doughty down below us in the away section, 57.5 minutes. That's a beautiful cross. It's batted away at the last moment. There's Jake Cooper at the far post. It's gone behind for another corner on the right side, on the left side, sorry. Ticking towards 58 minutes now. Millwall pressure. Chips it back more towards Cooper. Falls to Negley, can't quite connect with that one. Doughty just about halfway inside the middle half. There's another chance to get an angled cross. Tanganga's on the end of it, and it is hoofed clear by the Norwich defence. 59 minutes. This is Kramer with a Mill throw-in on the right side. Little flick header on from Coburn against Ivanovic. What can he do? Ah! Just click back, and Aziz blasts it over from close. Sadly miss.
Unbelievable. Ardenton missed, and it is to score that.
Oh, mate. What a chance. Femi Aziz. I would have put my mortgage on him past it, putting that away, listeners. Close range shot over the bar. There we are, 16 minutes. Anyway, ball breaks. Billy Mitch breaking from midfield. 62.5 minutes. It's a check and come backwards. Does move the ball forwards as the crossfield ball finds Tristan Kramer on the right side. Ball into the middle, bit of a pass. Oh! Flicked away at the last from the head of Mihailo Ivanovic. That was a beautiful crossing from Kramer then.
Yeah. A great run from Mitchell to start it all off.
Set it up.
And then Doughty, what a cross ball, and then a brilliant cross from Kramer.
Yeah. Millwall very much their tails up. There's Billy gets clattered there. Referee plays advantage. This is Aziz on the left side. Cleared by the Norwich defence. 64 minutes coming towards. Been a far more open second half so far, listeners. We're getting towards the halfway point of the second half. Millwall have had some massive golden opportunities to get back in front after that sloppy equaliser. Ball in from the right side. That's close range block there from Kramer as it was in the 6-yard box. Down well at the feet of a looked like a taken turn by the Norwich striker. So he's Kramer. Negley just put behind Aziz, giving Norwich a chance to break from the own penalty area, listeners. Fantastic work there by Alfie Doughty's shot blocked on the left side corner. Great defensive work by Alfie Doughty to prevent that break forwards from Norwich turning into something, listeners. Ball breaks for Norwich, unfortunately. A bit of space there for them to run into. Great tackle there by Jake Cooper. On a yellow card, of course, so they've both got to be careful. Him and Tanganga, lovely ball forwards. This is Femi Aziz. Taken away from him at the last. Little overlap on the right side. This is danger. Norwich on the attack here. Into the box. Cleared by Negley. For a player that I've been criticised for not doing enough, he certainly had a contribution there and scored the goal. This is 73 minutes. Ball got across the face of the Mill penalty area there, cleared by the forward, Camille Negley. Rather get a sense that Aziz's chance was our big moment. It's slightly gone past us.
Yeah, I mean, there's some subs. We haven't done anything with the subs yet, so there's some moves we can make. I think, for me, Negley, Coburn maybe starting to tire a little bit. Could be something to look at. We'll wait and see.
15, 16 minutes to go. Ball breaks from Norwich, unfortunately. This is the 30 on the right side. Cross into the box. That's taken away at the last by Tanganga as the forward was lurking on the left side post. Chance for Mill to make those substitutions here, Ben. Let's see who comes out. Negley for Kundal, it looks like.
Yeah.
Score of the goal. And a couple of crucial inputs on a game where I think I said earlier on I didn't think he was doing much. He did do quite a bit, one way and the other. His contribution overall obviously vital with a goal, but also one or two blocks and a clearance earlier on that springs to mind. So Luke Kundal comes in, 79 minutes. Looks like it's going to be Macaulay Langstaff and Josh Coburn's going out. Long ball down the left side for Aziz to chase after. He takes it beautifully. Absolutely beautiful. He's still on the ball. He just gets away from it at the last. Beautiful play out there by Alfie Doughty, dear listeners. Macaulay Langstaff making it. That's a beautiful ball. What can Langstaff do? Langstaff! Fucking brilliant! Macaulay Langstaff, listeners! Slide away with a plum! 2-1 Millwall! Fucking hell! The boy needed that! I needed that! These people here needed that! 82 minutes! What a ball by Doughty!
Yeah, what a finish by Langstaff. Give his flowers. Langstaff's second season. Fair play to him. Unbelievable.
Fantastic to see that. Fantastic. What a ball forwards. What a ball forwards.
Oh, amazing.
What a finish, Ben.
I feel so positive for Langstaff. What a moment for him. And wow.
Well done. Macaulay Langstaff, dear listeners. 83 minutes. Mill lead it 2-1. Oh dear, oh dear. The whole season is to go, Ben. I'm getting too old for it, dear listeners. I'm getting too old for it. You'll see it on your YouTube reels, dear listeners. Free kick. Alfie Doughty, contender for man of the match for me. That's pumped in. Just as I said that, that's probably about his worst ball of the game, listeners. 92 minutes. It does seem to go slow, that clock, Ben, doesn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
A few walking wounded out there on the Millwall side. And it looks like Billy's sat down on the floor. Ryan Leonard coming, is it? Ryan Leonard, I think. Ryan Leonard, I think.
Yeah, I think so. It's Leonard.
Yeah. Anyway, back to the action, listeners. There's a left-sided corner to be defended here. In it comes. Beautiful catch by Bender! What a boy, Bender! Oh dear, what a name. The old favourites. Can't beat the old favourites, Ben. The Daily Mail office will be having a fit right now.
They're typing away, Nick. They're typing away.
Fantastic second half performance. Two brilliant goals. Man of the match. Alfie Doughty. You going to be man of the match, Ben?
Possibly Billy Mitchell. I thought he was incredible.
Who's the man of the match?
Every single one of them.
Nicely said.
It's fucking
Nicely said.
perfect away performance to a T. It's so on.
Can't add to that one, dear listeners. That was a fantastic team performance. And you can hear the scenes of celebration all around me. Mill win it 2-1. Big thank you, Ben, coming on the summit. Good to see you, mate. We'll be back after these messages, dear listeners.
Go, you Lions!
Achtung, Millwall.
This podcast is brought to you by Carvana. Buying a car shouldn't eat up your week. That's why Carvana made it convenient. Car buying that fits around your life, not the other way around. You can get pre-qualified for an auto loan in just a couple of minutes and browse thousands of quality car options, all within your terms, all online, all on your schedule. Turn car buying into a few clicks and not a full week's endeavor. Finance and buy your car at your convenience on
Carvana.
Financing subject to credit approval. Additional terms and conditions may apply.
If you work as a manufacturing facilities engineer, installing a new piece of equipment can be as complex as the machinery itself. From prep work to alignment and testing, it's your team's job to put it all together. That's why it's good to have Grainger on your side. With industrial-grade products and next-day delivery, Grainger helps ensure you have everything you need close at hand through every step of the installation. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
I want to give a shout out to our friends John Kelly and Will Scott over at News at Den. Many of you will know that News at Den is the go-to site for everything Millwall. It's part of the Southwark News, the only newspaper with a dedicated Millwall reporter who follows the Lions all over the country. What you may not know is that Southwark News is an independent small business with no investors, no big media company, nor multi-millionaire owners. It's a rare breed, a local paper for local people. And John and Will get the Millwall stories that no one else can. A lot of their stuff is free to read, but the in-depth pieces are for subscribers only. It's just £3 a month or £30 a year, and we think it's a proper bargain. By paying, you're supporting local journalism done the right way. You can sign up by visiting southwarknews.co.uk and clicking on the News at Den section. southwarknews.co.uk, click on News at Den Plus.
Next up on Achtung Millwall, a huge welcome to a new, I hope, regular guest. It's Will Scott from the News at Den. Will, you've been out celebrating, mate. Was it World Lion Day that you've been celebrating? Was it the 3 points at Norwich yesterday?
I was very happy with the result yesterday. I celebrate. And I had a good time, and an even better time at Carrow Road. Was exceeded my wildest imaginations how Millwall did. I really thought it would be just a pedestrian, maybe 1-1 as they ease into the new season. But the way they played in the second half, I was very happy.
What a performance in that second half! I was just looking before Will joined the call, listeners, at the Norwich City investment in their side, and Will, that's the kind of lineup we're going to have to face a lot of in the Championship this season. Teams that have invested deeply abroad. I'm just looking at Topic, I don't know how you say his surname. One of their signings, Schlupp, the Crystal Palace, ex-Palace player. And they've turned away, I read on the train, 18 million from German football for Sargent up front. So this is not going to be an unusual amount of money that's flying around in the Championship. But I thought we contained them really well yesterday in the first half, and then obviously took the game to them in the second, Will.
Yeah, and I think it's also too important to remember that Millwall have invested as well. That Negley, who scored, was a club record signing.
Yeah,
Doughty, who put that, it was a perfect. I was sort of waiting for that all game. Really, I thought he was a bit quiet on his debut, and then he showed why Millwall spent seven-figure sum on him. It was a perfectly weighted ball, and Maka, in fairness, did very well to finish that. But Millwall have invested; they can compete. I speak about this a lot. They have those sort of game changers, those really technically able players who can sort of turn the game on a dime with that little moment of quality. And there were 2 moments of quality yesterday, which sort of decided it for Millwall. But yeah, you're right that the Championship is a very, very tricky league. You have a lot of teams with Premier League sort of level budgets. I mean, yesterday going into the press room in Norwich and the sort of lovely spread they have for us, you can definitely tell the difference. We're just in the Premier League and the teams who come up from League One in terms of facilities.
No marmalade sandwiches there then, obviously.
Yeah, you can really tell.
I thought we kept them really quiet. They to be up front with the listeners. I mean, during the first half, I thought, well, they had a lot of the ball. But they actually only had, I remember there was a couple of free kicks from outside the D-Will, and one of which was on target, the other one went over the bar. Apart from that, I can't think of any decisive chances, which is a tribute to the Mill defence, because we really kept them at bay when they would have expected to have maybe, consolidated the game there. In the first half particularly, they probably would have expected to have got a couple of goals there, but nothing was created, was it?
No, and I think, not to take anything away from Millwall, who I think defended really well. I thought Crammer in particular was really, he obviously got the assist. His crosses weren't always where I'm sure Alex wanted them to be, but in terms of defensively, I thought he was really, really solid yesterday. But I think you could tell this is a team with a new head coach. I think it was like 4 or 5 new signings in the starting 11, maybe slightly less than that. You can tell this is a team that's not fully aligned yet. And I think Millwall really benefited because you saw Norwich, they'd get the ball into dangerous positions, but they wouldn't really do anything with it.
No.
It would sort of be a bit of bobbling around the penalty box, or it'd be a bit of, but nothing, as you said, nothing decisive, nothing clear cut. I didn't, leave the stadium feel, or Norwich should maybe bag that chance or convert to that. Really, I thought Millwall were the ones who maybe should have had 3 or 4 with that Femi Aziz chance, and there are a few other little bits, half chances. But yeah, there was nothing really that stood out to me where like Norwich should have. They felt
no decisive moments. No.
The goal was a fluke as well. It was a complete fluke, really.
I mean, obviously we'd just taken the lead, and I thought it was a really well executed finish from Camille Negley from that beautiful cross. Kramer had made a couple of crosses earlier on. It reminded me when I teed off at the golf the other day. I sent my crosses at 45-degree angles to the direction that I wanted them to go in, and I thought, oh God, it wasn't looking great. But certainly the one that counted was beautifully put away by Negley, which was great to see because I thought he'd had a quietish game up until then. But you don't need to worry about quiet games when you can slam it home like that, Will, can you?
Yeah, I think I'd imagine it was a bit of a frustrating sort of opening 45 minutes for him and Femi. The game was all going. The possession was all in Millwall's half, really.
Yeah.
It was a lot of long balls, out balls. It was you tell Millwall looking to quickly turn it over, then attack, strike. So there's a lot of Josh Coburn and Mihailo to a lesser extent chasing after long balls. And you saw it. There were sort of glimpses where they could sort of interchange. And I think Femi benefits from playing with maybe a more natural left back. Tristan is he's only 6 months on the job, 7 months on the job of being a right back. But yeah, for me, it was a bit quiet. He had that probably the best chance of the half, really, in terms of how he took it, forcing that save in the first half.
Well, the first half moment, but then he
I thought
more than made for. I mean, that was a blocked shot, if I remember rightly. It was quite a long way away from where we were stood, but he certainly slammed home the goal, and I must admit it caused mayhem in the away sections there, Will.
I was right opposite the away section, so I can see
I'm too old for the mosh pit, Will, and it felt a bit like I was at the front of I don't know, a Motorhead or somebody. 1-0, and then we had that bizarre, and I felt sorry for Stephen Bender in goal because I thought he'd actually done a good job, made a couple of crucial blocks actually across the game, and a decisive catch towards the end to kill off a late moment for Norwich. But that's just one of those things. He's cleared the ball and it's hit the backside of £18 million rated striker Josh Sargent's gone in the net. I mean, you can't cater for those moments, can you?
Yeah, I thought his best save was actually, I don't know if you could probably see it but there was that one where sort of Coops couldn't quite clear the ball and that the substitute sort of pokes at it.
Yeah, in close range. Yeah,
and he sort of have to make himself big. So he made some good saves. I thought he was pretty authoritative and in the air, and there weren't any sort of moments where I thought, oof, this is... I remember at Portsmouth when Liam Roberts started, I remember they were pelting it in, trying to make him uncomfortable, and he was handling it well. Sort of reminded me of that a bit. Obviously, they weren't pelting it, but I didn't feel uncomfortable with him sort of coming up and claiming it. But yeah, it's one of the ones. I wonder if it's there's an element of just rustiness because he hasn't played that much football in the past couple of years. Just getting used to the speed at which players will close you down. But yeah, it was a really unfortunate. I don't think Sargent will ever score a stranger goal.
I think I could have got standing in front of the goalkeeper and get hit by the ball is. I mean, they all count the same. So
the way it bounced in as well, like
off the post, wasn't it? It came off the post.
Yeah, it was a strange bounce. It was quite unfortunate in that regard. It wasn't one where it's like the Karius one in the Champions League final in 2018 where he just boots and it goes straight in. It was like it took quite a lucky bounce, I thought. So it was unfortunate.
But Alex Neil in the press conference, I think it was the one that you were in, but he mentioned the grit of the side, the ability to make a comeback from what otherwise could have been a really deflating equaliser. But we took the game. I mean, obviously, Femi Aziz's chance you've mentioned already. I don't know how that didn't go in the net, but there we are. Open goal pretty much in front of goal. But we kept going. And the coup de grace was obviously the introduction of Macaulay Langstaff late in the game.
Yeah.
I noticed how late the substitutions were yesterday. Well, that stood out for me as well. I thought points in the 70-minute onward zone, I thought, well, we're going to be due some subs soon, but they're all 80 minutes onwards. But they were masterstrokes when they came in, and the goal for Langstaff was really nicely put away, and I really felt good for the boy because it's been a tough period for him at Millwall, hasn't it?
Yeah, I was actually wondering the same, to be, because I could tell. I thought Billy especially looked absolutely shattered. He obviously had less of a preseason than the others. So I remember there was that sort of sustained period of pressure from Norwich, where they were just it felt like they were coming. I was like, okay, changes have to come, and he did. I thought Luke Cundall supplied a good amount of energy, but obviously Macaulay was the sort of game changer.
Yeah, the way he finished it. Yeah, brilliant.
Yeah, and it felt like he had a bit more confidence in that. I wonder if that hat trick at Sutton gave him a bit of confidence. Just as Alex made the point of, if you're a finisher, you can finish. It's not. It's not.
He said that just to kind of not try and make them glory shots, hero shots into the top corner, but just get it on target and put it into the danger zone, which is what he did there, and he put it away really nicely.
I think being able to fit it through the keeper's legs as well is really. So that's not easy timing that. I thought that was particularly, it showed a lot of confidence to go that angle, I think, and not try sort of curl it round or whatever.
I mean, you mentioned Alfie Doughty already. The ball forwards from Doughty into the path of Macaulay was a thing of beauty. Will that was a really decisive ball there, and it still got to be put away, which he did with aplomb. But yeah, what a wonderful goal. And it was just lifted, there's so many little sub-stories. I mean, obviously Bender might have gone off the pitch with the idea that he's conceded the equaliser, kicking it off the backside of the striker. A weight lifted off of Langstaff's shoulders, and Aziz will leave the field feeling that he hasn't missed the game by, not taking that chance. So it was a real nice finish to the afternoon. 3 big points. I was struck by Alex Neil saying it's just one game because you and I spoke in the week at the media event about the levels of optimism and the excitement around the day. And I mean, if it was high already, well, it's gone up a couple of more notches. It's gone up to 11 now, isn't it? After that 2-1 win, but Alex Neil made the point. It's just one win, 45 games to go.
I think it was an important point. Mill can't win all 46 games.
Of course they can.
As nice as it would be, that'd make my job fantastic.
Wouldn't it just? Yeah.
But there will be drop points at some point. And I think it's important to manage expectations. There will be times where Mill, maybe there's injury crisis, maybe they're slightly out of form, and they struggle for a bit, and that will. I think it's important to manage expectations. That it's not
100%. Yeah,
they're not going to be the Invincibles. They could be, to be fair. It's unlikely.
Unlikely in a division of 46 games,
Yeah,
but it's just,
and you saw as well that first 30 minutes. They weren't quite at the races.
Yeah.
They're not going to be perfect. They're not going to be the Leeds or Burnley of last year, winning 100 points. They're a good championship side. There will be games they struggle in. Tricky away games, I'd imagine, are really gonna. Every team sort of struggles in them.
Yeah, it's the cold midweek trip to places like Birmingham.
Yeah,
we'll know the games. Man of the match, I had an online debate as to who was man of the match. I mean, Billy Mitchell really stood out in real time yesterday. I thought he was instrumental everywhere. I went in the moment, in the emotion of the moment, for Alfie Doughty because I just thought that ball forwards was beautiful. But I think on balance, Billy Mitch was probably man of the match. But I've also got to pick out the 2 central defenders, Will, who played the whole second half on yellow cards.
Yeah,
I mean that takes some doing, doesn't it, to come off the pitch at the end of the 90 plus whatever, and not get a second yellow card in those crucial positions. So one guy behind me said the whole team were men of the match. I think I probably have to agree there, but I'm going to pick out Billy Mitch in a cold light of day. I think that was a magnificent performance by him.
Yeah, I think it's one of those performances where it's really hard to pick one standout performer.
Yeah.
I in person, again, it's been 3 months. It's really, so it's great to see. You talk about it, you think about it, but great to actually see. I thought Femi was such a danger on the left.
Always dangerous. Great player.
When he got on the ball a lot more.
Yeah.
He was right in front of us of the press box, and he was just constantly worrying Jack Stacey. They're constantly going for chip balls. I asked Neil about the sort of how 4-4-2 matched up with the three at the back, and he said there's space behind those sort of wing backs. And that's a lot of what we try to find, is get Femi down there, see what happens. And yeah, it was really good. He was really. I thought Tristan as well.
Yeah.
I mentioned defensively.
Yeah.
Crossing. I'm sure again it wasn't always what he would have wanted, but he got the assist with a good ball into Negley. Got help, sort of created the opener. So I think for me, when I came away, obviously Billy was up there, Camille was up there, but those are the two I really thought, when I watched in person, impressed me the most. But it's so hard to pick a man of the match after a performance like that. It was a real team performance.
Absolutely.
Which is such a cliche. It's such a cliche, but it was really true. I thought the centre halves as well. I thought they started a bit. There was a bit of shakiness from Coops, but as they grew into the game, you didn't really notice it. In the first half, you noticed him a couple of times. Second half, you sort of didn't notice him unless he was sort of galloping up to thump the ball away, or towering over everyone else to head it away.
Yeah.
You didn't really notice him, which is the best sort of compliment you can give. There was no sort of danger, nervy moments. They just dealt with it. It was a very impressive performance by everyone.
I want to mention Josh Coburn up front, who wasn't playing football yesterday, listeners. He was in a game of rugby league, which is a different sport entirely, but the referee seemed to think he was a rugby league player out there. But I mean, honestly, that was a physical battle, Will, that he was in. And, the glory's gone to other members of the team yesterday, but he did some hard yards up front yesterday. So big shout out to Josh Coburn. And then obviously replaced for Macaulay Langstaff for the decisive goal late. So there we are. 3 valuable points at a place that we hadn't won at, Will, since 1968. Can you believe that?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, Alex was very keen to get that record. He said they talked about it a lot, just get that record.
Off our backs.
We don't want
eradicate
it, I think he said.
Eradicate
and he
it.
did.
Like that. He's really come across well. I think, everyone, all the players that we were speaking to on the other day had nothing but praise. I know they're not going to knock the manager, so, no one's naive. Yeah. But equally, the praise that they've been giving him, the detailed and meticulous approach that seems to be his trademark, really came across in all of the interviews. I don't know if you'd agree with that, but everyone seemed to have very high opinions of his tactical abilities, which is unusual at Millwall, to be honest with you, Will.
They always make a point, and you're right. It never feels forced. Players aren't, unless in certain situations, aren't going to outwardly criticise their gaffer, but they always make a point. And Martin Canning as well, his assistant, I spoke to him during pre-season. He said, Alec, as he calls him, is very. He's a tactical one. He just can spot things. He always took to it. And being a player manager isn't easy, but he took to it. And you can see it. Watching him during the game is very interesting because he gets very, very animated. He's constantly shouting, drop, and he's very. You can sort of follow the game through what he's shouting at his players. Really, there's times it's funny watching him. He gets very obviously frustrated at moments, and it's funny watching him sort of like walk off and sort of talk to Livermore or Martin Canning and sort of like, what the fuck are they doing? You can see him mouthing off. He has very high standards, but it's a man who's managed in the Premier League.
He's well experienced, and I think we're in whatever becomes of the season, listeners. I think we're in very good hands. Will, I want to say thank you for rising from the dead this morning to join me. Having been celebrating World Lion Day so amply last night, I would take my hat off to you, mate. Big up to the environment and the world lion population out there on World Lion Day. So big thank you, Will Scott. News at 10. Do subscribe and listen to, or read and listen to the podcast. It's excellent stuff. We'll carry our little trailer as we always do. So big thank you, Will Scott.
This episode is brought to you by Amazon Prime. From streaming to shopping, Prime helps you get more out of your passions. So whether you're a fan of true crime Or prefer a nail-biting novel from time to time? With services like Prime Video, Amazon Music, and fast free delivery, Prime makes it easy to get more out of whatever you're into or getting into. Visit Amazon.com/Prime to learn more.
I'm 32, juggling family, working full-time, and earning a bachelor's degree. At University of Phoenix, I earn career-relevant skills with every 5-week course. Skills I can use now, not just after graduation.
Earn skills in weeks, not years. Visit phoenix.edu.
Achtung, Millwall.
So there we go, dear listeners. Great opening game to start the season off. Big thank you there to Will Scott of the News at 10 for joining us to chew over the cud from yesterday's fine win. So we move on now to midweek. We've got a Caribou Cup tie at Newport County. And then obviously next weekend at home to Middlesbrough. So another big test there for the Lions. It's going to be interesting to see how we handle the home aspect of a big season that everyone is expecting. But let's try and keep our feet on the ground. No, let's get our feet off the ground. Come on, dear listeners. We're going to close out this first show of the weekend with an interesting little morsel. We've got a Caribou Cup tie at Newport County on Tuesday night. And I was asked to do a piece for the 1912 Exiles Newport County podcast, which I did. And in return, they've sent me their thoughts and views on the fixture in the week. So I'm going to play out with my bit and then the Newport County podcast in return. And I will be back tomorrow, having spoken, I hope, to Merv Payne. And we'll be listening to the views and opinions of the voicemail correspondence. So do stay tuned over the weekend for further coverage of yesterday's fine win at Carrow Road. But now we're going to go over to the 1912 Exiles podcast, and I will see you all on the next edition of Achtung Millwall. So thank you for listening, dear listeners. Hope you've enjoyed the show. It's great to be back, isn't it? Till the next edition. Arrivederci Millwall, and bye for now. Hello to the 1912 Exiles podcast. This is Nick Hart speaking of Achtung Millwall, speaking to you rather croakily, I'm afraid, chaps, because we had a very fine win yesterday at Carrow Road, 2-1 over Norwich City. I'm speaking to you, obviously, as a preview for Tuesday night's Carabao Cup fixture at Rodney Parade, a competition that generally gets a bit of a poor press, doesn't it? Listening to our manager, our head coach, I should call him, old school there, head coach Alex Neil, speaking in the press conference after yesterday's 2-1 win, I was quite pleased to hear him say that we're going to treat the fixture at Newport as, seriously. They have an intention to go there and win it, rather than many of the so-called bigger sides, the championship sides. I'm putting that in inverted commas because we all know that football turns on a sixpence and you can find yourself back in the Leagues 1 and 2 very easily. So, no kind of delusions at Millwall ever, dear listeners. But we said that we're going to go there to win the game. I'd expect him to rotate some of the players out from yesterday's fine performance. And I'm just looking at our substitutes bench, which a couple of them came into the game late yesterday. So I'd expect them to start down there at Rodney Parade on Tuesday. So won't surprise me at all if we see one of our new summer signings, goalkeeper Max Crocombe, who came to us from Burton Albion, in goal. I would almost certainly expect to see our left back signed from Chelsea, Zach Sturge, take the field. We're probably a little bit, not restricted in terms of central defenders, but Jake Cooper and Jeff Tanganga I would expect, also set up in the central positions, with possibly Ryan Leonard on the right side. Midfield, we've got new signing Massimo Luongo, came to us from Ipswich Town. Won't surprise me at all to see him start. I would imagine we're going to rest Billy Mitchell and Casper Denor, our regular midfield too. And up front, you're probably going to see Idemo Emarco, a very pacey young Irish winger. Needs some game time, needs some goals. Macaulay Langstaff came to us from Notts County a couple of years ago. Hasn't really succeeded, but did score a great goal yesterday. Again, a 10-minute, cameo spell at the end of the game. So almost certainly we'll see him start down there at Newport. Some of the main names may well rest for it, but the second string, if you could even use that term, will be very strong. It's going to be an interesting fixture.
Score prediction. You probably want a score prediction off of me, won't you? I think we should have enough to get a 1-0 win down at Newport, but we shall see. I wish everyone at the 1912 and at Newport County all the best for the season. I should be looking for your results. So until Tuesday, big shout out to everyone that's going to go down there from the Millwall side. Long way to go on a Tuesday night, but from me, Nick Hart, that's the preview. Arrivederci Millwall. Thanks for listening.
Noswaith pal. Good evening, everyone. Ed here from the 1912 Exiles podcast to give you a little bit of a preview ahead of the Newport County versus Millwall game in the League Cup on Tuesday night. I think County will probably put out a fairly strong side for this game. The League Cup, I think, is going to be important to us this season. We are not expecting to probably even make the top half of the 4th Division. So a cup run might be as far as our ambitions this season go. We've already had to play one round just to get to the first round proper of the League Cup this season. And having got there and having drawn aside from the second tier, I think we will take it seriously, particularly as we are so far this season on an unbeaten run after one draw and one win in the league and a win on penalties in that League Cup preliminary round. So we're going quite well so far on the fixtures we've played, but it is early days, and I think most fans are expecting a relegation scrap this season, but the early signs appear to be good. In terms of what to expect on Tuesday night, this is a gritty defensive Newport County side. We will doubtless let Millwall have most of the possession and then try to catch you on the break. So far, that seems to be a plan that is working. Pivotal to that are our midfield. The big summer signing was Matt Smith, former Cymru international, who has got off to a good start. Other players to note, Kai Whitmore, former Cymru League player, now in his second season as a full-time pro at County, scored a cracking goal at Crawley on Saturday, and he may well be the midfield spark against you. Other than that, it's still early season. I think we're still getting to grips with what the new Newport County look like under new manager David Hughes. But yes, you will get a warm welcome in Newport, and I hope you have a thoroughly pleasant evening and leave South Wales with your tail between your legs. Look forward to seeing you then. Enjoy the game. Diolch yn fawr iawn. Thanks a lot.
Thanks for listening to this edition of Achtung, If you're tuning in via Spotify or YouTube, please feel free to comment, like or subscribe as you see fit. God bless. Until the next show then, it's bye for now.
This podcast is part of the Sports Social Podcast Network.